Hello everyone and welcome to the class of Open RAN. So in this we are going to discuss about what Open RAN is and how it works. The goal of this Open RAN technologies is basically to disaggregate. So how it works, today we are going to discuss how it works, Open RAN works. So it basically disaggregate the base station architecture and its functional components to create more competitive market and having the more innovation cycles. So basically it will disaggregate the base station architecture and its components. So Open RAN has the ability, it can integrate, it can deploy, it can integrate radio access network using different components, subsystem and various software sourced from the multiple suppliers, and they are connected over the open interfaces. So Open RAN has the ability, it can integrate, deploy and it can basically add the different radio access network by using the different component, by using different subsystems and various software, and those software which are sourced from the multiple suppliers. And all these are connected with the open interfaces. What we are doing in Open RAN, basically we are creating a network that is open to all vendors or the service providers. It is not a closed system. So various aspects of the Open RAN, like we require to have the market structure and its competition, RAN disaggregation and its network architecture. So the most important is the Open RAN disaggregation. So radio base station, they are basically designed in such a way and they are operated as integrated products. And this integrated products, it consists of entire radio and digital processing chain from antenna to the radio part, baseband and IP Ethernet transport interface. So basically they are integrated products. So in 5G terminology, these subsystems are known as antenna unit, AU, passive or active, radio unit, RU. DU is also there, that means the digital unit, and that will handle the baseband processing. So centralized unit will handle all the layer 3 processings. So they are designed and operated as integrated products, and they consist of entire radio and digital processing chain. We have multiple subsystems like antenna unit, radio unit, digital unit and centralized unit. We call it as AU, RU, DU and CU. So these functions basically deployed at the cell site, and as in a case for the classic distributed RAN, and these RANs at the different locations. Different subsystems, they are deployed on the tower, in the cabinet or in the data center. So in a tower or in a cabinet or in the data center, we can apply or deploy the different subsystem. Third generation partnership project has defined various interfaces between functions so that they can enable interoperability between the vendors. Open RAN has the ability to decouple. It basically decouples software from hardware using the virtual RAN concept. In the RF chain, that means a radio unit and antenna system, the idea of white box radio is emerging. This is basically a concept which is known as white box. The benefits of virtualized baseband, they are having the ability to pool the capacity in these clusters. We can support elastic scalability, so resources can scale up during the busy hours or they can be switched off to save the energy during the quiet times. So this is basically like it is flexible in nature. We can scale up and down the capacity as per our demand. Radio unit itself is hardware to softwareize than the baseband because there are many analog components in this. All these functions can be deployed at the cell site or in the case for classic distributed RAN or at the different locations. Different subsystems can be deployed. They can be deployed on a tower, cabinet or data center. They have defined these open interfaces so that we can have interoperability. And this having ability to decouple the hardware from software. Now, the major challenge in this is basically system integration. It is completely unrealistic to expect that majority of operators will integrate themselves outside the lab at the production scales because the costs are likely to be uneconomic relative to the classic radio access network. These integrators can reuse knowledge and processes from multiple customers to increase the efficiency. The concept of virtualization and COT as hardware to the RAN, it means that a traditional service assurance model will not work in this. The integrated must have both cloud, IT and RAN domain, and that means it is totally expertise to troubleshoot, debug and optimize performance. This is how this open RAN will work. Thank you.